All right. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers it, G. Oh, look at that. I see an awesome smoothie going down.
Yeah, I put those collagen stuff in there. I put some kale, almond milk. I put my mushrooms in here. And
Oh, yeah. I did the same.
I did vanilla yogurt, too.
Ooh, I like it. What's up, flavor?
That was actually pretty good. And then Logan wanted some of my smoothie, but I didn't want to give her all the extras. I don't know if she can have like the mushrooms or the collagen and all that stuff I put in there. So I made her own pineapple and strawberry smoothie with kale, and she downed that one. So she was like, "Give me!" She kept pulling at my pants leg, like, "Give me smoothie." And I'm like, "All right, I'll make you one. Leave mine alone."
Like, geez, go. But that's like, so to me, that's a perfect example of like, kids are always watching, man, and the influence we have, especially at such a young age. Like even the video I sent you before of like Lena just doing like shoulder presses when I wasn't around, like just grabbing the dumbbell and like doing that. You know what I mean? They're just emulating what they see. And technically collagen's fine, protein's fine, you know, even the mushrooms and stuff, like that's all fine because there's nothing, like it's all plant-based. What I would say is though, like for younger kids, like having too much protein, or really anyone at any age having too much protein can potentially be somewhat of a
put like
thing,
a little baby scoop of the, just for flavor, of the vanilla protein I have, because that's what gives it like a little bit of a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
So I gave it just like a baby scoop, but I threw some chia seeds in there too. Chia seeds. I hear myself, Michael.
Yeah, what was that, dude? I don't know how that happened. I just like refreshed the page and it just started going.
Unmuted itself?
Yeah, it was like, geez.
Unmute me.
Right? It's like not only is StreamYard having the audio automatically kick in, but Amazon's like, no, you gonna hear us today.
You're gonna hear us. Guys, we have a bunch of favorite products we have down below. We're gonna go through our Amazon favorites, since we don't have any holidays coming up, but we could do gift guides for you guys or anything like that. So we had Valentine's Day. That just passed. I hope everyone had an amazing Valentine's Day. Mike, is the volume still on?
No, I refreshed it again because my chat's not popping up and I played it automatically again.
Oh, there we go. I'm like, I know I heard something there.
Yeah, it's messing with me. So I'm going to try and see if I can do it another way so I can see the chat.
Let me see. I could see if I could check you.
I mean, I know it's working. It's just, like, for whatever reason, this always happens on my streams. Like, I'm pulling up yours right now. I can see the chat, everything. But on my own page, it's like, it takes like 10 minutes before I can actually see the chat, and it lets it like refresh.
You know what I just realized, Mike? The flyer that I made for me and you, like the new one I made with me and you in it, it kind of looks like I'm holding a bouquet. It looks like we're getting married.
Hold on, let me look at this. I have to look at it because I just downloaded it and saved it in my albums, but I didn't like look at all of them. Oh, I see I can see what you're saying.
People might think we're a couple in that photo.
Or because you're not wearing white though, like you know what I mean. But I know what you mean. Yeah. Like,
hi Regan, how are you guys? We're letting you guys get here, tune in. We're gonna start in a little bit. We're just starting off. We're gonna go through our favorite Amazon products, some amazing deals. Are we doing a giveaway today, Mike?
Oh, we got a giveaway going down. Gee, so what I was thinking, and check this out, I thought this could be fun, is well, I have a giveaway for the top 2 finishers. So first place is going to get our $1,500 fitness package. Second place is going to get access to, we're doing a webinar, a $20 webinar for the anti-diet and going over 3 habits to never diet again right before we start our next nutrition course. So I figured I'd give someone free access to that webinar. So we'll be able to have a prize for the top 2 finishers.
Did you see my text about that last night? You asked me if I want to wait till March 6th or do it today. I think I'm going to wait for you guys to kind of do it all together so that now it's a full reset detox altogether. The first week is a detox.
Everything. Yeah. So we walk you through day by day, step by step. The first week is like, hey, we're going to remove sugar. We're going to remove meat. That's the other thing. We remove everything in week 1. It's not, week 1's the hardest. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, whoa, the audio's on again. God damn it. Now the audio shouldn't be there.
I'm scared.
So here's the thing. That's the cool thing too. I actually brought on another nutrition coach for this one because me and Chuck aren't going to always be there for the lives because we do weekly Zoom calls with everyone. So part of it is you guys get not only your own personal coach, like I'm obviously going to be your coach. Everyone that signs up for the nutrition course, you get a coach assigned to you, and then you also get the weekly Zoom calls. So you'll be able to not only like have a plan, but have someone to ask questions on a day-to-day basis. You're like, hey, dude, what does this even mean? What's going on?
You guys can check in with us here.
Exactly.
daily, basically, and see how we're holding up. So, Mike, as I told you, I'll give you my Instacart login. You could do all the meal prep shopping every week for me.
So speaking of which, what we're actually adding for this one, which I thought was going to be a lot of fun, is we're going to have an Amazon shoppable list of all the, or really like a Whole Foods list of all the different foods you can get from Whole Foods. And then we're going to have a list of all the Amazon stuff of the essentials for the course.
Oh,
so you can like
beautiful.
one-stop shop.
Beautiful. And guys, in case you didn't know, and for anyone who is on EBT or anything like that, Whole Foods now accepts, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on it. I heard they
Sure they do.
They take EBT and you can order online for Whole Foods.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
With your EBT. I actually had to tell my friend that because she was asking, like, I love Whole Foods, but I can't get them delivered through EBT. Da, 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 da. I think there's a way to set it up. And now Instacart is also offering too that you could use EBT through Instacart.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can use it.
But that does make sense. Totally makes sense.
So like, Stop and Shop is one. BJ's is another one now. This is all based in New York because we're from New York, but if you are someone, because I think a lot of people who are on a really tight budget feel like they can't afford, healthy food, and it's hard. Yes. There are ways around it, whether you're on EBT, you're not on EBT, and you need other ways to figure out how you can eat healthy. There are so many ways around it. Michael, you look very focused right now. What's happening back there? I am. So
my keyboard died. And I'm just using my extra battery pack to plug it in. So I started typing. I'm like, why isn't this typing?
That's so funny.
But yeah, and that's like another resource you get. Fun fact, by the way, guys, what I've developed from years past that we have in our fitness and nutrition vault that you get with the fitness package. When you guys win the package, you get access to this. And when you sign up for the nutrition course, you also get access to it. We have a PDF that breaks down literally like the cheapest food options that have the most nutrients. So like bananas, believe it or not, are one of the best like calorie for dollar and nutrient density costs, or like rice and beans. Like basically going through like, hey, how do we make meals for like $1 a meal or less than $1 a meal or $1 to $2 a meal? Yeah, Lewis, what's up, homie?
How's everyone doing out there? Guys, we are tuning in a little bit different time than we normally do. We might be switching up some of our shows to do more during the daytime during the week. Let us know what you think. Because the late nights were kind of hard for us. At least the late nights where we're starting at 10, 11 o'clock, it was exhausting because we were getting done at like midnight here, and I could feel it affected. I actually went to bed by 11:30 last night.
How good did that feel?
I think I feel better. I think it's going to be more of a gradual thing doing consistently that like, oh my God, I slept 8 hours last night. I'm magic. I'm feeling instantly better because
it'll take time.
Yeah, no, I woke up about 8:30 when Logan woke up. Logan's my alarm clock, so she woke me up about 8:30. And so that's a decent amount of sleep there. But, I'm trying here with my healthy bits and trying to feel – I've been in such a fog, not to go sidetrack, but like literally
part of it.
I feel like I had a film over my face. Like if that's the best way to describe it. I couldn't function. I had a headache. I couldn't focus on my work. Josh is asking me things. He's like, "Hello, are you there? Are you there? Are you listening?" I'm like, "What?" I was not processing. Yeah, I was not processing. I was like dead to the world. I was just like an empty shell. So I'm trying to not feel like an empty shell. But I think I'm feeling better today better than I did the last 2 days, I would say.
And to me, that ties into like even everything we talk about here is using different approaches and products and tools, but also being able to prioritize and making changes when necessary. That's like, we've talked about the stresses that go with being a business owner and stuff, and like the responsibilities and like, for example, this last minute trip I'm taking to Vegas, which is super exciting, but it's like, hey, it costs I wasn't calculating for, but it's all right. It's going to be an investment. My point of saying all that is we also on the flip side have the flexibility to say, hey, we can revamp our schedule. Like I can work with my clients to saying, hey guys, I got to move these times to this time. I can't take calls from this time to this time. We're doing streaming now and that's like, I talked to one of my other buddies and gym owners here in town, Johnny, and we're like, dude, we can construct the perfect life. So that's something, I'm curious, like if you were to construct the perfect life, if you mapped out your perfect day, what would your perfect day look like?
Do I have to work in this perfect life?
No. It's like literally however you want to spend your day. What would your perfect day look like without any financial commitments, without time commitments, like without like nothing? Just what would your perfect day look like?
Waking up whenever I want, I want. Feeling energized. I don't know why that's like on the top of my list. I want to feel good. I want to wake up, be able to feel good, start my day, have time to relax, and then do things that I want to do as far as like if I want to go food shopping or if I want to be able to hang out with my daughter, and then be able to also like do activities. I think I don't do enough activities as far as working out, maybe doing something with my daughter, going to a play place, taking her to the park. You know, we don't get to do that often. So I would say my ideal day is just waking up, you know, feeling refreshed, making some nice food, having time to meal prep and do all the things, clean my house, and just having time. My boat business is 90% of our time.
Yeah.
90% of our time.
So that's one thing that I've done this week or this month that I'm not sure if I told you about, G, or I might have mentioned it in passing, is doing a time audit of how I spend like literally every minute of my day on a day-to-day basis for the entire month of February. And the whole point of me doing all this as I set up my scooter over here, because I just want to have a cool scooter park.
Yeah, guys, don't worry. We are going to get into products in just a moment.
Yeah.
Just me, of course, me and Mike always talk vibe.
This is the entertainment, bro. This is what you guys are here for. We're going to talk about the products, and that's why hopefully you guys like hanging out with us too. And in the comments, you can always ask questions. Like, share with us what your thoughts are. You know, ask questions on particular products. Like yesterday, I had some people just asking, like, hey, can you talk about this one next, or dig into this, or compare this to that? Like, always feel free to drop that in the chat. We'll happily dig into what we can. But even the time on it, like looking at, and that's one thing we talked about on my call with one of my coaches yesterday, of like, even if, let's say I don't have more time with the family, being able to be more present with the time I have with the family. Because that's something that, I don't know if you're like me, G, where like, and I feel like you are, like, I'm always on my phone. I'm always like, you know.
Yeah, no, I will say I'm on my phone a lot.
And I don't mean like I'm just like dicking around. I mean, I'm like, you know, we're on social media, we're checking emails, we're communicating with clients or with people we're working with, we're like taking notes, we're brainstorming, we're mapping out things. Like our phones are computers now, so like literally we could work from anywhere. So it's like, even when I'm on the couch or hanging with the girls, like being 100% present, and then like you said, feeling that energy, being able to have great quality sleep, all these other things. But I totally get what you're saying there.
Also being allowed to take a nap, you know.
Yeah.
I think a nice nappy in the middle of the day would be a nice little pick-me-up.
I love me a nappy. I love me a nappy in the middle of the day. I haven't been doing it as much this week, but last week, dude, especially when we were sick, I napped like a solid, one day I napped for 4 hours, which isn't a nap. That's just going to sleep, you know?
Yeah, I heard you were napping a lot over there, Michael.
I was sick, dude. We were all, first off, Ashley makes it sound like, you know, I just like, which I do nap. I napped last week, especially I napped every day, but like, I'm like, hey, dude, do you want to sleep? Like, if you're not sleeping, why can't I sleep? I don't understand. Like, you know, do we have to suffer together and be awake? But in hindsight, I also get her point of like, well, no, because now I have to watch the kids, and you just get to like F off and do whatever. So
I guess maybe it's more so understanding that like, hey, yeah, you could nap while I'm awake, but you could also do things and help me instead of napping. Like there's laundry to do, there's dishes to do. You could take the kids for a walk. You could, you know, make it my life a little bit easier, because when you have those things on your brain, it's hard to nap. Like if Josh turned around right now with all the work I have to do and said, hey, I got Logan for the rest of the day, go nap. Do you think I'm physically going to be really able to go sit down and take a nap? No, because my brain's going to be going a million miles a minute because I have the laundry, this to do, that to do, you know? So I think that's more so an understanding that like, hey, yeah, I would love to nap right now, but I could also use your help a little bit, you know, maybe take an hour nap, not a 4-hour nap, and come back and help.
And normally I take like an hour nap, or like I'll try to do 40 to 40 minutes to an hour and a half. But anyways, point being, and I agree with that point. So now that's where me and Ashley have just been like communicating more and saying, hey, dude, all right, like, what do you have? How about you go take a nap? Or like just having that, oh, what's going on, David? I see you in here. I only take a nap when my body just shuts off. The grind is real. Dude, 100%. David on the chat.
Hi, David.
Yeah, David, drop all your, first off, you guys, I'm shocked if anyone's watching the stream that doesn't know David from a live streaming perspective. But for those of you that don't, or you do, just like David, drop your live stream info. Everybody, go give him a follow as well. He's awesome. And especially, David, I could see your energy, man. I like to think I'm a pretty.
I feel like David might need like 6 naps a day to keep that energy at level up.
But that's what he's saying. He says he only naps when his body just shuts off. So that means, like, I imagine it's pretty sparse or sporadic in between. It's not like constantly happening.
I think that's the same for me. Like, I'll tell Josh, like, hey, I need to lay down because like I'm not functioning. Like I need to sleep right now. Ooh, excuse me, I'm yawning as we speak. It's starting right. Guys, while we're talking over here to David, you know what? I'll jump into a product real quick because it has to do with self-care. And there's a lightning deal right now, guys. Lightning deal. So right here, I have two of them as I'm using as like these little silicone scrubbers right here. I'll zoom in so that you guys can see. Hold on.
Very nice.
So they come in a 4-pack. And right now, they're under $6 for 4.
Oh,
There's a lightning deal right now, 25% claimed. Check them out. Guys, it's just meant to you scrub your skin like this with your everyday face wash, or if you want a harder exfoliant to really get a deep clean. These are just for everyday use, I feel like. If you want a deep exfoliation, we also have electric scrubbers in the carousel down below, but this is great for self-care, great for taking care of your skin, helps promote collagen, remove some dead skin cells on a daily basis. It's a really great thing just to like wash your face with every day. It's super easy to use. And I think that's all I have for as far as, oh, actually, no, I have loofahs, guys.
Talk to me about the loofah. Now, Gid, you know what something I was thinking about? I want to get your thoughts on this, is especially when there's like a lightning deal like this, what I like to do is, I did it actually for the Fit Index Smart Scales, which we don't have on this stream, I've talked about on other streams, is I buy up like as many as I can, and then I give them out as gifts to my clients. Like, and especially like lower, like this is like what, under $10, $7, $6, like get that, especially if you have a client that's spending like $100 a month or something with you or something like that. So from my entrepreneurial mind, I'm like, dude, I'll gladly, and then it lets them know you're thinking about them. And it's just like, I think it's a great way to take care of the people that are in your life. And even not even for like clients, just for like friends, loved ones, family, whatever. Like, I think that's a cool thing as well.
And like I said, even with something that affordable.
Uh-oh, you just got muted.
How about now?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That for Valentine's Day, you can make like even like a little gift basket for someone. Look, we got the for $7, 4 of those little scrubby things for $5. So that's already 2 products in a little gift bag, and that's for 4 people right there. So you could probably make a gift basket for $25 for like 4 people. And there you go. You can give a nice gift. They're super soft. Look at this. And it comes in a 4-pack, all different colors. And it's a great way for everyday exfoliating of your body and getting removed of dead skin cells. And Mike, you know what I have too by Daddy Mort?
Oh, what you got? You got the keychain or the lock?
The toilet stool.
We got that. Dude, can we talk about that? This is another jammy jam that I love by Daddy Mort. Yeah, Daddy Mort.
Daddy Mort. Let's see here. I'll pull up a video. Guys.
I think it looks so much better, like aesthetically, than the Squatty Potty.
Oh my God, the Squatty Potty is so outdated. So outdated. Quiet, yeah.
Oh, geez.
So look at this bad boy. Boom. Pop it open. And look at this. You got a bamboo wood toilet stool, guys. And it is 16% marked down right now. You can keep it out. But again, the legs fold. So if you want to keep it on the side of the toilet, it's not like those other ones that have to stay open at all times. This one, the legs fold under, so you can put it away if you want. Super easy. I'm doing this with one hand because I have the camera in the other hand.
I see those skills.
I try my best. But I even think I keep it out because if my guests want to use it. You have little ones. You need a toilet stool for helping them get on the potty and stuff like that. It comes in really handy for a multitude of reasons. So besides the fact that it really, really does work and it does help you overall. So I think that's a great thing. And Mike, with that being said, I'm going to tag you in and start talking about your product.
Bam. So I got the scooter set up here and I'm just shooting a message. I actually just had a fighter of mine I used to work with that won a belt with us back in the day that's back in town. So I'm just shooting a message. He's like, hey, can I come into the gym? I was like, I won't be in, but I would hit up the gym. I'd say drop in and hit up the gym.
Do it.
So we got the scooter highlighted here, and I already dropped this like when David was dropping by to say, hey, before there's a $30 off InLink coupon. So it takes it down to literally just under $100. Now, for this bad boy, I'm going to highlight two things here on the bottom part. Then I'm going to highlight one really cool feature on the top part of it. And the bottom here, this is a unique one. It's got a little kickstand here that I haven't seen in all scooters, and it seems subtle, right? But when like me and the girls were kind of going for a walk the other day, Lena wanted to bust out the scooter and go for a ride, cruise the around a bit, and then she wanted to bail the scooter and just go back inside. I'm like, cool, we could pop the kickstand, leave it right here, not have to worry about it instead of just like dropping it. Not that it's the end of the world dropping it on the ground, but I like that cool feature to just have a little kickstand. Also, just from some metrics or some measurable components, these are 8-inch wheels. On the back wheel, there's a built-in brake right here, so you just step on it, hits the brake. And they have different models and different variables that you could buy and opt for, so that it goes anywhere from, I believe it's 128 pounds to 264 pounds of weight capacity. And it's for kids as young as 8 years old. So like, to be honest with you guys, my daughter's 3. I would not let her go out and just cruise on this alone, but because I'm with her, like I'm riding with her. So it's not really even for her, to be honest with you guys. So I wouldn't freak out if she got hurt. Like I wouldn't. Don't do that. Don't like say, oh, my 3-year-old got hurt on the scooter, I'm suing. Like, not supposed to be for 3-year-olds. I'll be honest with you guys. For 8-year-olds and older, anywhere from teens to adults too. And the other feature here on the bottom I want to highlight is from a space efficiency standpoint. You got a little tab right here, just folds up, collapses down, and then you can kind of store it, throw it in the car, put it off to the side, doesn't take as much space. And then the last feature right here is the adjustable handle, so we can open this bad boy. If you have tall AF kids like we do, because Ashley and I both have, I guess, relatively tall genetics in our family.
You have pretty tall genetics.
So you can make sure you adjust that height, and then bam. So I'm going to pop the kickstand, and I'm actually going to keep it parked right next to me here. So that's a cool feature. And again, it's anywhere from 8 years old all the way up to adults, and can go from just over 100 pounds to 264 pounds of weight capacity. So select the model and the type that's going to make the most sense for you and for whoever it's for. And this is where I tied into a healthy lifestyle is this is a great option if you don't like walking. If you're like, dude, I don't want to walk. I don't want to bike. I don't want to do that. But like you may be like willing to try the scooter. It's another thing to get you moving, get you outside, maybe get your kids off the video games and get them away from the TV or whatnot. Anytime I say, hey kids, you want to ride the bike? You want to go on the scooter? You're like, yeah. Or like, and also my kids are different, obviously. Like Lino, like this morning was just doing shoulder presses with the dumbbells just because like that's all she knows. Like she's grown up into like workout. Yeah, like she naps on gym benches. Like when we're working out sometimes, like and she falls asleep in the gym. You know, she like that's like you were born in it. You know, that's
you were raised in it.
Yeah. So with that being said, G, I'm going to kick it back to you, and then you can tell what I'm going to talk about when we bounce it back just from.
Of course you are. Guys, I'm going to knock out the Daddy Mort products.
Mort.
We have some bike locks from them. We also have some shower curtain hooks from them. I love Daddy Mort. Let's see here.
Yes.
Also, here it is. All right. So we have a few things by Daddy Mart. They don't just do bathroom stuff, like because you saw the toilet stool is by them. Also, we have by them the loofahs, but they also make everything from bike locks and in between.
Ooh.
So look at these bike locks right here. This one is a hardcover rope style lock. It comes with 2 keys. Great for using on your bike. It even comes with an attachment for the back of the seat handle right here. You can slide it in and it holds it like such. Boom.
Beautiful.
But I use some of their stuff just for like every day. Like I use it on my stroller. So it's not just it doesn't have to just be used for what it says. I highlighted another chain lock that they have, which is a soft cover, a little bit more bendable and flexible and easier to maneuver. I use this with my stroller. I put it in through the wheel, hook it up to a fence or wherever I am, and use it that way. And I think it's a really great like tool to have. Like people are like, oh, no one's stealing your stroller. I'm like, yeah, I've known people who've gotten their stuff stolen just by leaving it alone. Like there's certain parks that have like stroller parking. So you can even go up to it and lock it right up to the stroller parking. So that's, to me, it's a win-win. And we also have the U-shaped bike lock by Daddy. Look at this.
That's that goodness right there. No one's cutting that bad boy.
This one is a combo lock, not a key. You don't need keys for this one, and is 19% marked down right now.
What do you like more, G? Do you like keys or do you like the codes?
To be honest, if I had to pick, probably.
Got one.
Oh my god, I'm yawning right between my sentence. I would say the combination, only because if I forget the key somewhere, I'm screwed.
That's how I feel. And then but I do think on the other side, if we forget the code, but I feel like nowadays with your phone and with Smart Check, you can have it saved somewhere,
That's the flip side too, that you can definitely be saved somewhere else. But either one works really well. I use the lock one for my stroller one, and I have it on the stroller and I keep it on there, and I have the key on my key ring. So hopefully I don't leave my keys anywhere. But it also can't be opened without the key.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't have the key to begin with, then you're okay. But also, guys, now up next by Daddy Mart, we have
what's this?
Their shower curtain hooks, and I'm obsessed with these because I've never seen this before. I mean, maybe it's new, maybe it's not, maybe I'm too late to the game. But I talk about this every time I show this product. Is the little bowls that are on top of the hooks, so that it slides super easy across the shower curtain rod without making a tremendous amount of noise. And also that double, look down here, guys, you have these double hooks right here.
Don't look at it.
Don't look at it. For shower curtain rods, shower curtains and liners. Those are the double hooks. And it has the little bowls on top to let it slide across easier. And they're 25% marked down. Come in a whole bunch of different colors. I think it's a great product. Daddy Mart for the win. They always have very reputable products from their toilet stool to their bike locks and in between. But that being said, Mike, it's your turn.
Boom. I just want to go plug in my keyboard because my external battery pack, actually the battery died on that too. So apparently none of my batteries are charged right now. So I'm going to be keyboardless and just typing in on my phone. So if you guys see me looking at my phone, that is why.
You'll be okay.
We're going to make it through. So I've got highlighted the 6-inch glasses. I just went through the cat eye ones, and now I got the aviators on, as you guys can tell. I remember, you remember that one stream where I was like, oh, these are the cat eyes? Like, those are the aviators, bro. You don't know anything.
Yeah. Definitely aviators.
So just so you guys know, all three of these different styles that I have in the carousel, they have a discount. I'm going to pop the shades off so I can actually see and read. But we have 10% off for the gold color. We have 15% off for the silver aviators. And then we have 27% off for the cat eye style. And they have a variety of different color and variations. What was that?
I still can't stop yawning.
Don't you yawn over here.
And I got 8 hours of sleep last night.
And here's to your point, though, G, you said it, one night of 8 hours of sleep isn't going to just be magic. It's going to be an accumulation.
Magic.
Of compounding, all right, cool. Now we're starting to get it. And here's the other thing, man. When you have immunocompromised dynamics of mono or Epstein-Barr, I have Epstein-Barr, right? So that's something I'm always mindful of with if I'm overtraining or overdoing it, or even when I get sick, last week, I try and nip that in the bud because it can linger and it can really pay a tax. That's why I used to get B12 injections too, just as a side note. And that's why I was even asking, that might be something that you talk to your doctor about of hey, they'll just, and it's basically, it's a supplement, but by getting the injectable, it's just a higher dose and it'll have a little bit more of an impact, but eventually you're going to have to keep doing it. So that's a pro and con to it. And insurance usually covers it. So it wasn't, for me at least, it wasn't an out-of-pocket cost. It's just you got to go to the doctor every month and then get injected with a B12 shot. But anywho.
I'm thinking about maybe starting those too if my doctor recommends it.
Yeah, I would talk to them though. Obviously, listen, trust your doctor. And that's we're gonna have Dr. Eric will come on either next week or whenever we figure out for our podcast segment. He's a big fan, and that's why I love this guy, because even though he's a doctor that owns a clinic that does peptides and hormone replacement therapies and all different types of treatments, he doesn't even turn to those first. He's let's look at your blood work. Let's see where your nutrient profile is at. are you getting 8 hours of sleep every night? Are you eating a certain way? Are you training a certain way? Once we have all those bases covered, then we'll start looking to B12, peptides, maybe hormone replacement therapy, and all the other things that may be on the table. That's what I appreciate about him. It's not just we're going to write you a script, go fill this prescription, and you're on your own kind of a deal. Anyways, having that said, I'm going to just piggyback this because I got the next thing from the 60s. I wanted to slide into the Gobi light bars. Check this out. Ooh, I'm not going to turn it towards you guys because I don't want to get too intense with the light. But these light bars are, I personally love them for added lighting when we're doing our content creation. But anyone that's ever watched my streams, you already know what I absolutely love them for. And any kind of LED light is for working out and getting the body and the brain primed, our ANS, our autonomic nervous system, for working out, getting into fight or flight mode. So we're going to maximize our workouts. Or at the end of the workout, being able to transition into our rest and digest mode, or also known as our parasympathetic system. And the fight or flight system is our sympathetic system for anyone out there that cares. And you want to look this up, you can go Google it, check it out. Fun facts there. And for that component, I think this is a massive tool, and I definitely recommend it. But even on the flip side, let's say like, Mike, I don't care about working out and the lighting component of it. I want something that's going to help me with my self-care recovery time when I'm gaming, watching TV, or anything like that. Or maybe you're having a party, you're having company over, you can sync this up. Especially the one I've highlighted right now comes with the camera option that you can actually mount it onto your TV or your monitor, and then you can put it on the app and have it on video mode, and whatever colors or displays, like if you're watching an action movie and there's like explosions and stuff going off, it'll change colors according to what's being presented on the screen, or being able to have the audio. There's so many cool features to it. And then you have the voice command integration as well. So this is just an absolutely awesome one. And then I'm also just going to highlight the other style of Gobi light bars really quick that are the slightly cheaper price point. They don't have the video and the camera setup, so you're not going to have the video mode, but you can actually always plug these in to the other style of Gobis and be able to work with them together. And that's what I like. All these Gobi products can be like integrated in one way or another, or being controlled from the app or the voice command feature as well. But having said that, G, I'll take it back to you, homie.
All right, so I had highlighted while you're talking about lights, my LED strip lights.
Oh yeah.
So I could kind of knock those bad boys out right
Hit them.
There. See that strip right here? So basically, guys, these are LED strip lights. They are Bluetooth enabled, can be synced to your phone, have music mode, mic mode. They could change colors. They're super, super awesome. And you get 82 feet for $25.99. Let's see if there is an in-link coupon.
I love me some in-link coupons.
And they come in different lengths, like the ones you're seeing down below as well. Yes, you get an additional 10% off right now, guys. Amazing. 10% off. Love it. So that means, guys, and what's awesome is that they can be cut and reconnected later on. So if you're like, hey, I don't need 82 feet, that's like a real lot. I'm like, well, great thing is you can disconnect them and put them back together. So love the fact that they do that. And you guys may see here, it's it looks messy, but it's not. It's my utility cart, which is probably one of my all-time favorite things that I have in my office. I use it for just stacking all my products from my Amazon Live, and I'm able to wheel it when I want it, when I don't want it. Easy to grab things. But I use it also to organize a nursery. I use it as like a diaper cart for when I had my baby. You could put your diapers, wipes, changing needs, diaper paste, butt paste, butt paste, A&D lotion, Aquaphor, extra bottles, some water bottles for you if you need some water, your breast pump, anything you might need as a new mom. Put it on this cart and wheel it from room to room with you. So you don't have to run up to the nursery, run up to the bedroom, restock it with diapers and wipes whenever you need an extra change of clothes for you and the baby. Keep it all in this cart, receiving blankets, swaddles, everything you could possibly need on here. And I guarantee you'll be like, oh my God, Gina, you were so right. This made my life 100 times easier. Even in the bedroom, your bedroom, so that when you wake up in the middle of the night for a feeding, everything's there. Water, you can have formula. And then all you have to do is keep a bottle warmer in your room. And you don't even have to go down in the kitchen to warm a bottle. You can literally just wake up, shake the formula, boom, 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 boom. Unless you're breastfeeding, then you're good to go anyway. But, people who are babies who are formula fed, keep the water. Keep the formula in there, shake it up, keep a bottle warmer. I honestly didn't warm any of Logan's bottles. She got them right out the fridge, and she drank them.
She's like, I want it.
Well, yeah, no, surprisingly, everyone's like, "Oh my God, you don't warm your daughter's bottles at all." I'm like, the doctor said if she's used to drinking it cold, give it to them cold. There's
Like,
no health benefits. There's no
yeah, like
no.
what's gonna happen? Is she gonna die? Like nothing bad's gonna happen.
Well, everyone's like, it upset their stomach, the nutrient. I don't fucking know. Excuse my language.
And again, I
Um,
don't know either. I'm not a
but when I
doctor.
asked the doctor, I'm like, is there any like nutritional benefits to warming the milk or health benefits to warming the milk? He's like, no, it's just a comfort thing. It's 100% just a comfort thing. And sometimes it's easier for them to go down if it is warm. But if your daughter's drinking it cold, you're lucky. You don't have to worry about warming up a damn bottle every single time you make a bottle. So be
Yep.
thankful. So once I heard that, I'm like, all right, she's good to go. Here comes your milk, nice and cold, fresh out the fridge. So that was it. And I also kept her bottles prepped every day, so I didn't have to make them one by one, which made my life so much easier. So much easier. I don't think moms understand
Wonderful.
that. I lined up 5 bottles every morning and just get a pitcher and mix the formula and then poured it in her bottles and then lined them up in the fridge for the day. And that was it.
And then boom, 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 boom.
But that being said, Mike, your turn. I'll tag you in.
Bam, tag. All right, so I'm gonna bounce it back. I have the Quinier leg massage compression sleeves highlighted, and I actually have them on right now. It's been a long week of training. I kind of went against my principle is never going more than 3 days of intense training in a row, and I kind of broke that this week by doing 4 days in a row, and I'm definitely feeling it today on Friday. So today's, instead of doing like a hard workout or anything like that. Oh, hey, what's going on, Booty? And by Booty, I mean Ashley. That's my wife, so I can call her that.
Hi, Ashley.
What's up? What's up? Oh, hello, handsome. I think she's talking to you, G. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey. This reminds me of the first time we met, Ash. I'm just saying.
Why does it remind you of the first time you met?
Do you know that story, by the way, G?
I remember I've heard it before. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I love talking about this story, especially lately because it's around Super Bowl time. So the first time me and Ashley even had an interaction was on Facebook. She saw a picture of me and she commented on it, and she commented to Rob, my buddy Rob, because Rob knew her from college. That's how me and Ashley connected. She was friends with Rob. You know, Rob and me were at a Super Bowl party. He posted a picture of me and her together. She saw it, commented on it, was like, hey, Rob, who's your cute friend? And I slid into those DMs, and it's been a wrap ever since.
I slid into those DMs, and it's been a wrap ever since.
Yeah, dude. Don't give her the opportunity to, understand what she's missing out in the world. No, I'm just kidding. Ashley, if you want to break up with me because you think there's a better opportunity out there in the world, it'll break my heart, but I'll support that because I want you to be happy.
I'm such a lying sack of doo-doo.
I mean, no, seriously, like if Ashley's not happy with me and she thinks she would be happier elsewhere, like I do love her to the point where like I want her to be happy and I would be heartbroken, but what are we going to have, a miserable life together? No. I mean, thankfully that's not the situation. Never. Never. Yeah, I love you, Booty. Anyways, so with that being said, what I'm digging into here, till death do us part. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's code for she's going to kill me. That's what that is. And then she's going to get married to Carolyn. Do you know Ashley told me this? She's like, hey, if you ever died, like I would just get with Carolyn. Like we wouldn't be like intimate. We would just be like best friends that are like together. And then she would just live with Carolyn and just like raise the kids, I guess.
I mean, to their own.
Yeah, I don't know. So I think if I end up disappearing and then Carolyn's husband, Dan, ends up disappearing, I just want you guys to know where to look.
That's hilarious. Like, here somewhere?
See, her husband has to die too. Exactly. So I'm just saying, if we both suspiciously just go missing, so highly unlikely. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, I'm going to dig into the leg massagers. They have not only 19% off, but they have a $50 off in-link coupon. Again, I have them on right now. Let me show you how simple this bad boy is to use. I actually have them on already. They even have a nice little tag on each leg that'll have left leg or right leg, so you don't have to worry about like remembering which one's which or where you put it. And then you have literally 4 buttons, so you can't screw this up. You have the on-off button. You have which mode. I'll cycle through the modes right now. We have a sequence mode, so it'll start at your foot, work your way up to the calf. You have circulation, so it'll specifically focus the pattern and the pressure on circulation. And you have the combination of the two. And then you can set the pressure, low, medium, or high, and then time, 20, 25, or 30 minutes. I tend to go with medium pressure and 30 minutes. And that's the only downside, though, is that it caps out at 30 minutes. So you can't do it for more than 30 minutes. You have to like redo it. But you can't do less than 20 minutes, and I don't know why you would. But
Yeah.
that's pretty much all the awesomeness. And then I'm really excited. I think in the next week or two, we're going to have a heated version of that coming in as well, which I'll be able to share with you guys. And let's see what Ash said over here. Did y'all want to go on a camping trip together? Somewhere really remote. Yeah, exactly. You see that? Ashley's trying to get it down. Okay, see you later.
I'm down.
Ash, no, she's talking about like me and Dan, not like that's how she's going to kill us. Like she's going to take us to a park. And,
sorry, guys.
And then, all right, Ash, so take pictures and videos of the girls at the park and send them to me. I also love the video of Lena working out this morning, doing her shoulder press. That made me so happy.
That was so cute.
But with all that being said, gee, I'm going to kick it back to you, homie.
All right. So next up, what I think I'm going to go through. Let's see what do I want to do next. I guess we went through some house stuff, so we're going to go through some floating shelves. Floating shelves, you might say. Why, Gina? Because I love them. And
what is the floating shelf? Oh, okay. Now I see it. Never mind.
It's a floating shelf. It floats in the air.
Yeah, but don't all shelves float in the air, I guess? Actually, that's not true. No, I get it. Never mind.
Like a bookcase? Is it shelves that don't float?
Yeah, never mind. I realize what I was saying is silly.
So we got this corner shelf here, guys. And it comes with 2 in a pack. But the great thing about this is that there's 2 in a box, and they're waterproof. So this can be used in a bathroom. So for whatever reason, if you are, looking for something to hang in your bathroom, you can use these. They're really, really great and strong. I love the colors of them as well. Again, it's the waterproof for me. I really, really do love these shelves. Speaking of shelves and like tables, I guess I don't know why the shelves brought me to the corner table, but this is the C-shaped table, guys, for your couch. Personal favorite of mine. Mike is probably using it right now.
What?
Your corner, your C table.
Oh, I'm not even going to try to attempt to lift it, though, because I have like too many wires around. It's going to be bad news bears.
Yeah, I think I'm the one who told you to use that when I came there, right?
Do you actually, I was going to say, do you remember that? So I never even thought about it. And now, not only do I use it for that, but when we do our workouts, and this goes back to even the rolling shelf, I use this for when we're doing our live stream workouts. I can just maneuver it around the garage super easy. But I even use the rolling cart you have on your carousel that I'm going to steal from the girls' room, because they're not using. It's literally like it has toys and stuff, but Ashley literally just redid the whole playroom. So now we freed up the cart. I'm gonna jack that bad boy, or just get another one and bring it in here. Put all my supplements in one place. Put all my like powder for like chalk on my hands, like miscellaneous straps, and little things like the clamps that go on the bar, like little things that are just like will get lost. And just having it on a rolling carts when I need it, it's there. And I think it's such a super clutch, versatile tool. But again, even the C-shaped ones or the U-shaped ones, whatever you want to call it, are absolutely clutch, and I'm a huge fan. And then, oh, what's up, Pineapple? I see you.
Hi, Pineapple. How you doing?
I love how you're like, whose chat am I in? Where am I?
That's so funny. Like, where am I? What am I doing here? But yeah, so love the seaside table, guys. It is meant to technically be used at a couch, and you pull it up to yourself. And miss you guys. Oh, we miss you, Pineapple.
Yeah.
Hugs. I know we weren't on for like a few days. I think we did one live during the day, and that was it this week so far. We've been a little bit all over the place this week. It's been a recovery week, I think, mentally, physically, emotionally. Just getting back in the swing. And it was funny because I went to a Super Bowl party. What kicked off me feeling like doo-doo this whole week was I went to a Super Bowl party. And I didn't even drink like that. I literally had 2 drinks and a Corona in a like 6-hour span. And then I woke up the next day feeling like a complete bag of garbage. Like the shakes, I was the whole headaches. I drank Pedialyte. I don't know. So I don't know if my body doesn't respond to alcohol well. Am I allergic? Is my body rejecting it? Is it like get out of my system? I don't know. But
I thought something you ate too.
I really didn't eat that much. I ate some mac and cheese. I ate some wings. And I had a little bit of itty bitty pretzels. Oh, I lied. At 3 o'clock in the morning. No, 2 o'clock in the morning, we ordered McDonald's. But
Oh man.
but I'm eating McDonald's. I don't feel like that after eating McDonald's.
When was the last time you ate McDonald's prior to that?
A month ago?
There you go.
I don't think it would put my body into shock like that. You think like I'll get the shakes and like flog and
So I can't speak to that as much. Maybe you need a White Claw.
maybe you need a White Claw.
I'm just seeing Pineapple's conversation. Yeah, it was a halftime show or
Change your alcohol. What was I drinking? I was drinking 1942 with some coconut water and pineapple juice.
What's 1942?
It's tequila.
Okay. Yeah, I think maybe to Pineapple's point, it might be like tequilas can be a rough one, sometimes changing up the alcohol, but it's also not just individually if you look at them separate. It's when you combine all that together, being up late. You also said, if I recall correctly, you had a little bit of a panic attack or an anxiety attack. So that stress combined with all this other stuff.
No, that night I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning after drinking, and I had trouble falling asleep. I was uncomfortable. I was sweating. I was feeling gross. I was sleeping at my friend's house, and I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I think I should go home, but I don't know if I want to drive all the way from Manhattan. I don't know if I want to drive all the way back to Bayshore at 3 o'clock in the morning. But then the concierge called me because she lives in one of those bougie ass buildings. The concierge called us and said, like, hey, they're about to tow your car. You need to move it. I'm like, all right, if that's not a sign from God to go
my
home,
cue.
And I'm going home. I packed up my stuff. I jumped in the car and I headed home. And like, ever since I was feeling like doo-doo this whole entire week. And then we went out for our anniversary. I had 2 drinks, but it was also tequila. If I'm being honest, it was tequila, and I still felt like doo-doo. So maybe it is the tequila. I don't know. Am I allergic to agave? I don't know what is tequila made from, cactus and agave.
I think so. I'm not too sophisticated when it comes to that, but I think that sounds right.
Well, anywho, I'm slowly starting to feel back to my normal self, and it's like 4 days later. With that being said, I should get a t-shirt that says, with that being said, we have the hammock chair that I wanted to show you guys. I felt like that before and like to think about age and parenting. You're a mom now. Yeah, and I wasn't like drunk in any of these scenarios. Like I wasn't like ish faced. I was literally 2 drinks in and a Corona, and I felt like I was like dying the next day. And I purposely slowly I was so good, guys. Everyone was, if you haven't had 1942 before, it's a very expensive tequila. So my friend got very expensive tequila purposely to avoid the hangovers and so that your body reacts very well. And nope, they were down in shots. Everyone was chugging it. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna be good girl. I'm gonna pace myself. I'm not gonna feel like crap tomorrow. And what happened? I felt like crap anyway. Maybe it's because it was with juice. Maybe I drank it with some pineapple juice. Maybe that's too much sugar.
I don't know, dude. So I think we're gonna find out though when you go through our like week 1 detox. You're gonna pull all these things out. Then you're gonna see as we reintroduce them what your body responds to, and that's gonna also be a helpful piece to see like, hey, is it gluten? Is it sugar? Is it meat? Is it?
So if we are pulling everything, what are we allowed to eat?
That's a good. It's basically like fruits, veggies, certain types of rice, certain types of beans. It's all plant-based, basically all plant-based materials and items for the most part.
Okay, and make sure you send me that list of what to buy like a week in advance so that I'm prepared for that. If you send me this list the day before, Michael, I'm going to murder you in your sleep.
I'm totally going to send it to you the day before. That's what's going to happen. But no, I'll actually this weekend, I'm updating our shopping list. So that's a cool thing for you guys that joined us maybe now and you weren't on the stream before is I have for our nutrition course, the next one we're doing starting March 6th, I have a shopping list that's for Whole Foods that you can just like order things for each week, excuse me, as well as different like supplements and products, workout bands, like smartwatch. I'm going to create a list for all of that so you guys can like know what to get. So, and that's all set up like on lifestyleoffitness.com, so you guys can check that out.
Will the Whole Foods list be synced to Amazon Fresh?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So you're going to have, bam, your list, you're ready to rock, order it, and it's going to be like just a link you can click, it'll open it up. And you don't have to get like obviously everything on the list. You can mix and match and pick what you want, what you don't want. Yeah. But yeah, that'll definitely be a helpful piece because, and here's the tricky thing. It's like We're also going to play with some fasting schedules and some intermittent fasting. And there's like a variety of options. We're going to dig into this into the course details and video calls, but like you can fast for a full 24 hours every other day, where you do like 24 hours not eating, then eating 24 hours and repeating that cycle for a week, or doing like 12 hours not eating, 12 hours eating, 12 hours not eating. And like there's like so many different variations we're going to play with. So it's really about finding what makes the most sense for you and where you're at. Because like honestly, some people aren't going to fast for 24 hours. That's too intense.
So what, like 6 p.m. to 6 p.m.?
Exactly. And I wouldn't recommend that for you to start. I would recommend like 6 p.m. to like 10 a.m. and then
that's more even 12 I could probably do. I could probably do like an 8, like even sometimes I don't eat till like not even doing it consciously till 1 p.m. So that doesn't bother me too much. It's the whole 6 to 6 might be a little wee bit of a struggle. But and does the shopping list change weekly?
Yes. And we just add things to it.
Week?
Exactly.
Okay, great. Okay.
And we add things to it. So like, hey, then from week 1, where we don't have any animal products, any dairy, any sugar, nothing, we start to add back in week 2. And we kind of like talk about this in the course, where it's like, hey, try to pay attention to how your body responds. So if we started to add in, let's say, dairy, for example, we do that and then see how you feel. Then you start to add in meats and see how you feel. Because if you add everything all at once, it's hard to see what your body's having an adverse. Yeah, exactly. So
I'll how about this? I'll journal it all for you.
That's what's up. And that's like
day 1. I effing hate Michael. This sucks
so much.
Why is he doing this to me? Where's my food? Basically,
exactly.
Day 2. Okay, don't hate him as much, but I'm getting a little bit better.
I got to eat today. I feel good. Well, no, even day 1 you'll be able to eat. And that's the thing too. Like even you saw with that sauce company that reached out to us, like, integrating, we can still have things like we can still have like marinara sauces, and you still have like lasagna and stuff like that, but we could swap out lasagna noodles with like zucchini noodles, or you could do red lentil pasta instead of regular pasta. You could do like you've seen it with like Aunt Doreen too, like since she's like, gluten, like she has celiac, so she can't have gluten. Like it's not the same as having, fresh pasta, but there's definitely options we can have and substitute and swap and figure that stuff out.
Great.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'll let you do the next product because I think I did like 5 products in a row.
Bam. So I'm going to get into the Silicone massage gun. So let me pull this bad boy up. It's actually got 39% off. What? I was like reading. I'm like, there's no way that says 39% off. Dang. Okay. So I'm going to pull this bad boy up. Whoop. And then, thanks for telling me, by the way, like you were 100% right. I've always been screen sharing the videos, but when you just do like file upload, like video file, you can play the audio. I was like, oh, look at this. Because then when I was doing a stream without you the other day, I was like, I don't want to have to like talk the whole time and let just the B-roll play a little bit of audio, which was very helpful. So let me actually just pull this up. Bink. This one's not going to play the audio, but you guys can see the Silicone massage gun. This is the first massage gun I ever got. This one's actually got an undefeated streak when we bring it to the fights. Right here, you can see the layout. You have 5 different intensity levels. It's got a DC charger plug-in at the bottom. Switch turns on. That blue light lets you know that it's good to go. And then you cycle between the 5 different speeds and intensities. And that is definitely a clutch option to be able to cycle through things, because if you just have it on one option, maybe a little bit too much or a little too light, depending on the person. And then having the 6 different attachment heads you can swap it out for that you see here in this carrying case. Also, I like the carrying case. I just feel like it looks cool. I feel pretty solid and legit. Like when I go to fights, I'm walking with my little briefcase and like, it just makes a statement that we're not messing around. And being able to swap out the different attachment heads for different muscles, for different reasons. And you might be like, well, Mike, I don't know anything about this. How would I know? Cool thing about it comes with a manual that'll tell you, hey, this attachment head is going to go for this muscle, or this is the area you'd want to use it with. And then they even have some video demonstrations of it as well. And if you guys ever want, like that's something that, G and I have talked about in the past. If you want to see, like we're going to do a booty, like Pina said, like next week, I think we do a hit and booty band variation workout.
I'd like to do that.
Because you've been talking about doing the booty bands, which I think is a great idea. And then being able to do like a hit style, so shorter on time, more intense, burn calories, even though like a lot of the workouts we're doing are burning calories, but they're more like weight training, resistance training, which is great. but having other options. My point of saying all that is if you guys want to see even me doing a live stream or us doing a live stream where we do just soft tissue work, like today I'm going to be doing this on my own anyway. So I could technically like come back and do a live stream for like 30 minutes of like, hey, this is how I foam roll. This is how I use the soft tissue. I'm using my TENS unit now. This is how I do all these things to stay loose, to recover, and to help my body. And that's such an important piece. I was talking to a client about this earlier in the week about, especially when we're motivated, it's easy to want to go really hard and push it too much and then overdo it and feel sore and be out of the game for like 3 days. And that's like counterproductive to what we want from a consistency perspective. So just something to think about, y'all. With that being said, G, I'm going to kick it to you, and then we're going to keep bouncing it, and I'm going to get into my smartwatch next, because let's see if I got
play music.
Play that.
Yeah, no, she turned it off. So right now I have highlighted the Airtight food storage containers. So this is great for dry beans, pasta, rice, flour, formula. This makes your food last up to twice as long. Okay. They look super cute on your countertop. They are stackable. They come with the chalk markers. They come with the labels. They come with the cups, everything. So on and so forth. So really love these and make a great piece into my kitchen. Also, guys, I also have the automatic pet food feeder, which looks great in your kitchen as well if you have animals.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. But yeah, so with that being said, I have this feeds your pet up to 6 times a day.
Delicious.
Yes, it has a bowl that gets fed, filled. I said fed. Bowl that gets filled, and you have 10 to 50 portions, guys. So, and it records your voice. That is the really cool thing. So it records your voice. So you could have it say, you know, come get your food, Fido, or whatever your dog's or cat's name is. So maybe if your dog has a little bit of anxiety, you know, so on and so forth. It's really great there. And what else? We have, as far as kitchen, we also have the Inkbird products, but I'll tag you in and I'll go into that.
Okay. I'm happy to dig into it. So what I've got next is we're going to be getting into, speaking of food, speaking of all those things, I want to touch on the Guerrilla Smartwatch, then I'm going to kind of tag that into some of the food stuff. So what I always like to do with you guys when I talk about the Guerrilla Smartwatch is I like sharing some of my metrics so you guys can see some of the things that you can use it for and how it applies. So first thing I'm looking at is my sleep. Dude, I slept late today. I slept till originally, I woke up at 9 o'clock, which is like super late. But then I stayed in bed till 10:15, and just like that's. So you're talking about like the perfect day, like on the days like me and Ashley trade off on the days we wake up with the girls. On the days I don't wake up with the girls, some days I still wake up early to like just like take care of business, whatever. But today was a perfect day, and I knew I wanted to sleep late because I had hard training sessions and stuff like that. So I got like 10 hours of sleep or 10 hours in bed, and just being able to like look at that data. What I try and do is get 7 to 9 hours of sleep 90% of the time throughout the month. So that means out of 30 days of a month, 27 of those days, I'm trying to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So that leaves me 3 days where I get less than that. And I've already eaten up 2 of them. So I only got 1 more day for the rest of the month where I can't get 7 to 9 hours of sleep to kind of fit my plan and what I know works well for me. So that's like a cool variable and a metric and just an example of what you can use smartwatches for. There's so many other metrics, like even my steps. I really haven't been moving a lot this morning, so I've only got like 2,300 steps. But you could set goals on like, all right, I'm going to try and hit 5,000 or 10,000 steps, walk X many miles, burn X many calories being active. You can look at like my resting heart rate was 40 beats, and right now I'm at like 100 beats per minute because I'm getting hyped up and I'm moving around.
Getting excited.
Yeah, like which is like, you know, and I also like the mushrooms, like with the cordyceps mushrooms I took with the lion's mane, the limitless blend, the ultimate blend. I mixed all that fun stuff up together. So
do you put 2 scoops of each or 1?
So I normally will do the full serving. At least that's what I tried the first couple times. But today I only did 1 scoop of each just to see how it feels. And it still feels like, because I mix it with coffee too. So that's the other thing. So between the caffeine.
I think you should try it on its own and see you feel a difference, because I noticed a huge difference when I drank it with coffee. Like today I drank it with my smoothie instead of caffeine. And I feel it, but not as much obviously as with the caffeine. I would like to know your input with drinking it just as is.
Yeah. And I've taken other brands of like mushroom extracts and stuff. And I did it. So the last time I did that was with a different brand that we've talked about in the past that they've sent us different things. And I did it for the last nutrition reset that I did. So I did a week without. So that's the other thing. Week 1, we do no coffee either, no caffeine. So, dude, you're gonna get headaches and stuff. That's the other, because like caffeine's a drug. Like that's like what we have to remember. And I always think it's very interesting when people are like, like they're talking smack about people that have issues with different substances. And it's like, yeah, but like, and not you specifically, or like me, like anyone is like, hey, like sugar can be seen as a drug, right? Like,
100%.
Caffeine can be seen as a drug. So like who are we to throw shade at anybody for certain dynamics, right? Like there's obviously extremes where we're like, hey man, you should be chilling on that. Like doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's a difference between maybe like an opioid addiction and a sugar addiction. Exactly. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. And like, hey, like I'm not going to like steal something from someone to like pawn it so I can buy some sugar. Maybe, I don't know actually, but I have yet to do that, I'll be honest. So my point of saying all that is being able to have that experience without caffeine was interesting for me because I still felt it. But I'm actually going to try it without caffeine, like you said, and I'll do it without and see just the difference in the dynamics. I think it's like a compounding effect. But it's kind of sticking with the nutrition theme here. I actually have the car fridge, the Joy Tutta's car fridge highlighted right now. So I'm actually going to play a little B-roll for you guys. We're going to check this bad boy out. Check it. Hold on. Let's pull this bad boy out. Excuse me. And then bam, look at that. So this thing is clutch. I actually have it in the garage right now. Again, we took it out of the car because I wanted to like clean it up a little bit and swap some things out. But this thing is cool because you can keep it in your trunk. I don't think it makes as much sense to keep it in your trunk, in my opinion. It would be like the back seat or even in your front seat, depending on how your car's set up. Now, if you notice, this has 4 cup holders. It also has a little area that has a anti-slide material on it, or like a little bit less likely to slide. So you can put your phone, whatever, notebook stuff on that in the car. It won't slide all over the place. I wouldn't keep your cup on the cup holders when you're driving and whipping around turns. It's not going to hold them that solidly, but they're meant to be placed there. Again, this thing also has a really cool amount of space, and this is the 42 quart size, I believe, and they have a bigger option and a smaller option depending on what you need, the size of your car. And it has both a fridge and a freezer area, so you can have on the bottom the fridge, and on the top part the things that you want to keep really cold. It has this little like kind of basket, so you can put in drinks or different things.
I really want this.
Yeah, dude, it's like, and originally I was thinking like, all right, I'll use it for road trips or like going to the beach, which is also a great option. But like even day-to-day use, like keeping fruit like or different like cheese sticks and snacks in here.
Even keeping like as a personal trainer, if you want to keep cold bottles of water for your clients there, or having like ready to go snacks. You don't really refrigerate protein bars, but like easy like accessible
protein shakes.
Yeah, there you go. That's something easy too. The only thing is keep in mind, if you leave it plugged in all the time, it will not run up your electric bill, but it'll have an impact. So just keep that in mind. People don't realize, oh my God, my electric bill like went shotting up, but like it's not that big of an increase. But just for anyone who's self-conscious about that, like me, my fucking excuse my language, my electric bill shot up to $450, and I have no idea why. And they're like, oh, space heaters. So like the 2-3 days I lost heat, I was running space heaters, so that shot up my electric bill, and I was like, "Thanks, cool, bro. Trying to stay warm and not kill my family." Can I get a refund?
You gonna pay for it? No, you gonna pay for it.
Basically.
But this is the thing. I honestly, legit, like I haven't even used this inside to keep it plugged in. Like and this is a 12-volt setup, so like I always use it in the car. So I mean, it's gonna drain gas a little bit, but.
No, that's not too much. As long as your car is off, don't leave it. Like if your car is off and you keep it plugged in, it can drain your battery. Just make sure that.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, just be aware of that. You can, if you keep it running with it plugged in and the car is not on, it can drain your battery. So just be self-aware of how long you're letting it run in the car if you are on a road trip, or just turn the car on periodically to make sure your battery isn't completely drained.
That's the move. That's what Ashley does a good job of like keeping the car on. And I'd rather her do that than worry about the battery, because we've had battery issues before we had our car jumper system and then before we replaced the battery. So that's I think a really good point. But gee, it's to you, homie, tagging you in.
All right. So I have now the Inkbird Bluetooth grill thermometer. Okay. So, come on, box, open.
Come on now.
This is a wireless barbecue smart thermometer, but it doesn't have to be just used for the barbecue. It can be used in your kitchen. It is magnetic, so you can stick it to the top of the barbecue, the side of your oven, whatever. And then what you can do is if you're cooking meat, chicken, fish, any of that, I got to get a video of this. I got to actually use it one day. Maybe tomorrow I'll cook something with it. And what happens is it plugs in right here. You turn it on. It syncs to your phone. It'll tell you the temperature and everything like that. I've tested it once with just like poking it with water, like the temperature reading, but I haven't fully cooked with it yet. But I heard nothing but amazing reviews with it, and it is rechargeable. It is don't need to replace it with batteries or anything like that. And these ropes are super long, and it has to come with 4 probes or 2 probes. You put it right into the meat. And then you could let it run outside of the oven, and then you could check on your phone what the temperature is. So you don't have to be like, on Thanksgiving running down the stairs out of the shower to check turkey. You could check and know how it's cooking. Oh, there's wind chimes going there, Mike.
Yeah, you hit those wind chimes? My bad, I was just moving.
I'm like, yeah, how's those wind chimes, bruh? So it's 20% marked down. 20% marked down right now. Again, syncs to your phone. It gives you even some helpful hints about how to cook your food and so forth. It is really a big asset, especially if you're big in cooking it in the kitchen. We also have their instant thermometer reading. So this one is an instant thermometer. You literally just poke it into the food and then you get an instant reading, hot, cold items, temperature. It is 100% waterproof and also is rechargeable, so you're not wasting money on batteries with this. So I think that is a win-win situation overall. And with that being said, I'll kick it over to you, Mike, and then we have a few more products to go.
Bam. Yeah, I'm coming down to the home stretch here. So the one thing I want to highlight, going back to the barbecue thing, is and I'll say this every time, now that I've I'm no expert when it comes to smoking meat and whatnot, but I've gotten a little bit more into it. I've yet to feed Gina and Josh though, because apparently I just hate feeding them food. I don't know what happened with me not making them brisket, especially since Josh loves brisket and I just messed up and didn't even make him a good brisket. Mm-hmm. But when I am making a brisket or even pulled pork or ribs, it's at least 7 hours, usually 12 or 14 hours. If you're making a nice, slow, smoked meat and food, and instead of I do it overnight. So I'll do it starting at 8 in the morning and 8 at night and go to or 6 at night and go to 6 or 8 or 10 in the morning, or I'll try and time it depending on what we're going to eat. If we're eating it for lunch, if we're eating it for dinner, I might even start it at midnight and then be able to time a 14-hour cook, getting it till 2 in the afternoon the next day, and then let it cool for an hour or two, and then boom, we have it for dinner. But the point of saying all that is I would have to get up, go outside in the middle of the night and check the temperature to make sure the meat wasn't stalling, if I needed to rewrap it, if I need to do anything. And I didn't open up the grill, which is even better because that releases more heat. I could just use a probe on the outside. But this allowed, and that's why I'm excited now when I'm cooking, I got a new brisket pellet blend from Traeger too I'm going to try out, and try a Wagyu brisket and get fancy. And
that sounds expensive,
dude. So expensive, like $1,000. Expensive, yeah, dude. I'm not right now. Not obviously getting that right now because we got some other expenses more important. But for Christmas, dude, I'm gonna ball out and drop $1,000 on a brisket. Do it.
Oh, cool. When we're not there, sure, cool, bro.
Or maybe when you guys come down, we'll have to get a Wagyu brisket. Or, I don't know, because I also want to do a Japanese A5 Wagyu steak, which I haven't tried yet. They're $100 a steak for a couple hours, or I think 10 ounces or something like that. Or no, 8 ounce, an 8-ounce steak is $100.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm always going to do that, but I just want to try it. You know what I mean? I just want
to ball till I fall. Don't judge me.
Yeah, that's and me and Ashley had an agreement. Once we hit certain milestones, certain we have net worth milestone goals. Once we hit $1 million net worth, we're gonna have a baller party and we're gonna celebrate, and we're gonna do it at the Grove Park Inn, and we're gonna have a really good time. Or when we hit another one, we're gonna have.
I feel like this is definitely a you scenario, and Ashley's just okay, I guess, why not? I mean, if you want to.
That's exactly. That's exactly what it is, actually.
It was. I could just imagine Ashley's face. She's I don't want this whatsoever, but if this is really what you want, I guess I'm not agreeing or disagreeing at this point.
She just is like, listen, dude, you handle the finances. Like I trust you at this point. We've done enough between like saving and making stuff work that like she trusts me in that department. Obviously she can see everything, but she like just never looks at our accounts. And then Pineapple saying, hey Gina, can you drop your link? I got you, Pineapple, don't worry. I can't find your stream on Amazon. Don't worry, Pineapple, I'm gonna drop. You were just in it. But I got you though. I wonder why you can't find it. That's weird.
Yeah, seriously.
I got you though, Pineapple. Don't you worry. I'm gonna take hers right here. Bada bing. We're gonna get a little copy. Get a little paste.
Bada boom.
This is my associate account. Cool. Well, thanks, Pineapple. We appreciate the support, homie. Yeah. What I have highlighted here, speaking of wintertime and like speaking of having to go outside in the cold, I actually have my winter jacket, the Orlay winter coat. So I'm gonna throw this puppy on. And this one is actually, before I even throw it on, I want to show you guys some really cool features to this. So look at this inside material. This inside, you guys unfortunately can't feel it, but the material that it has is super insulated, and it just helps maintain. And yeah, Pineapple, thanks for following on Gina's side.
Thank you.
Helps maintain that body temperature, and it's not super thick. Because that's the other thing. Sometimes like we'll have those like puffy jackets. Do you remember puffy jackets from like when we were kids?
And
like,
those. So
yeah, I was gonna say I still have it. But like to me, the downside to that is like it can feel a little restrictive from my experience. So I overheard you guys talking about fasting. Why can't I fast? Ooh, I'll touch on that in a second, Pineapple. That's a good question.
You can.
Yeah, you can. It's not that you can't. It's just like fasting for women for more than a certain window of time can actually hormonally and nutrient-wise be bad depending on the time of month. Like when you're going through your cycle, your body can be extremely vulnerable and nutrient depleted for like iron and for certain vitamins and minerals that you lose during that time of month. So just being mindful of that's important. But anyways, we got our hoodie feature here. This thing zips all the way up, covers the mouth. So like when you're outside, it's windy. My favorite feature, or one of the coolest features, I think, is this like compression sleeve on the inside that's stitched in, so that if let's say you fall in the snow, like you're skiing or you're snowboarding and you fall in, and this helps stop snow from falling up your arm. Because the last thing you want on your pants or on your jacket is getting snow into your clothes and then having it melt and get wet, and that's how you get really, really cold. And that's just a dangerous situation or just an uncomfortable situation. And this helps prevent snow from getting up the sleeve of your jacket, which I thought was a super ingenious and clutch move. That I just wanted to like highlight, and that's like one of my favorite features to that, as well as I think it just looks good. The blue, that's my favorite color, so I
like it too. I like that color as well. I agree with that.
But you have, let's actually click on it to see A, inland coupon, and B, other colors. It does have an inland coupon. You got 5% off, and they have a green, they have an orange, and then they have the blue that I have is called Sapphire. They have another more of a navy blue, so I guess that's Sapphire. I like the Sapphire personally the most. And then Pineapple, you had a question of like, why can't I fast? My problem is by lunchtime, I feel weak. My stomach starts like feeling sore. So here's the thing, like fasting isn't for everyone in the sense that like technically you fast every night when you're sleeping, unless you sleepwalk and eat in your sleep, which some people do. But like the benefit of fasting, there's a lot of really interesting research. There's like a combination of like what the impact it can have on telomeres, which is a fancy thing to talk about. We don't have to get into, but it's like it increases your life. Basically, like you'll live longer. The longer your telomeres are, the longer you live, and that's related to DNA and DNA repair, as well as like on a cellular level, like cellular repair and regeneration becomes helpful when you're fasting. The downside, though, is if you've created habits of being addicted to like sugar or caffeine or things like that I even have to deal with. That's why I like every 3 months doing the fast for a week. Not I don't fast the entire week, like 24 hours on, 24 hours off, is so that we can reset some of those patterns and some of those influences, especially after the holidays. Like no matter what, I'm gonna have more sugar during the holidays. I programmed that into my life. Now it doesn't mean I eat pure sugar, but I'm gonna have certain things. So it's a matter of, and you don't have to do 24 hours. You could do like, hey, what feels realistic? So maybe instead of waiting all the way to lunch, wait till 10 a.m. So you do 12 hours instead of 14 or 16 hours. It's making it work for you. But that's also something we have on our fitness package in the next 28-day nutrition course that we're doing, Pineapple. So you can check that out. And if you took the body type quiz on lifestyleoffitness.com.
I did it. Did you get it?
Yeah, I did actually. You should get a report, by the way, automatically generated from like an hour after.
It just tells me that
not the results. Not yet. Like it doesn't tell you the results, but yeah, your body type, nutrition, and then some resources on that. But then I take that information and then we can calculate that into more planning for you.
Ooh, look at some cool backgrounds I found, Mike.
Oh, wait, I didn't even see. Hold on, let me pull this up. Oh, I like that one.
We got some fitness stuff for tomorrow. I was looking into
it. Yes.
Look at this. We're ready for tomorrow for our workout stream. We're going to be all professional.
Right. And then, pineapple, would detoxing be a form of fasting? So it depends on what do you mean by detoxing? Like that's.
Yeah. What's your definition of detoxing? Detoxing is not fasting.
Detoxing is one of those words that's like, it's like a trigger word in the fitness space that's been used for marketing. So I don't like doing that as much or using, because it can be like a very ambiguous term. And your body naturally detoxes itself every day. Your liver, your kidney, it like is detoxing every single day. Like when you're drinking alcohol, it's detoxing itself with using your organs. So that's but what you can do, by the way, is pineapple. We're going to have a webinar in 2 weeks before we start the course. It's like $20, and we go over the anti-diet 3 key nutritional habits to never having to diet again. We touch on this, and honestly, dude, like, I'm not sure how much you follow all the other content we create, Pineapple, but I would definitely check out my podcast, what me and Gina put out on like on the podcast weekly, like our stream tomorrow. We're going to be working out. Chuck, my business partner, is going to be on. Pina's going to be on. I think Gina's going to have a coach come on her end. Yep. We're going to have a bunch of people. We can really, really dig into that, but I love these questions. And I think ultimately what I would say, Pineapple, and even if you want to email me, dude, like email me, shoot me an email. I love talking about this stuff, is being able to say, hey, what is going to make the most sense for your life, and what does that look like? Because if you end up fasting throughout the whole day and you eat more calories at night because you're so hungry, that's counterproductive to what we're trying to get out of the fast. But if it helps you, because fasting ultimately, if you go beyond cellular regeneration and repair, which is its own great thing, inflammation management, it's really just a way to manage calorie intake. And if it's not helping you manage your calorie intake, it's kind of defeating the purpose. To me, when it comes to a weight loss application, it's not like you fast for 16 hours and you magically lose more weight, but you eat more calories. That's not how it works. It's just you don't eat as many calories because you don't have any hours to eat as much food. And there's other dynamics at play too. But like it helps if you're a diabetic or you're pre-diabetic, it can help your insulin sensitivity and blood sugar levels. There are other forms of benefit or other dynamics of the benefit, but that's like a whole nother thing. But gee, with that being said, I've really got one more product, one more brand to hit. So I figured you hit what you got to, and then we can even get our racy poos going.
All right, hold up.
Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it.
Remember, we're only at 117, just so you know.
You're at 117.
I had the Mulberry Silk Pillowcase highlighted. Another favorite personal item, bestseller here on Amazon. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. Yeah. We got a whole bunch of bedding coming up, guys, this week.
I can't wait.
This is my. What if I just sat here like this the whole time, Mike?
You can do it. I don't judge.
Guys, there's so many benefits to the silk pillowcase, from retaining your skin and hair's natural moisture, preventing breakage of the hair. It is good for your skin as well, prevents wrinkles. It is worth even just having one pillowcase that you put on every night. You could have your whole set. Throw this on over your pillow at night, sleep with it. It helps a naturally cooling agent if you're someone who sleeps, sweats in their sleep. Guys, even doctor with cancer patients recommend using a silk pillowcase because that's how sensitive it is on your scalp. So that alone is amazing. We also have here for self-care is the blackhead remover. This thing, personally, everyone asks me, does it work? Is it real? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yes, it is.
Yes,
it works. I even gave myself a hickey on my face because I left it on too long. That's how strong the suction is. But you got to make sure you read the instructions. I wasn't smart and I didn't read the instructions before. Yeah, it was a giant red mark right here. So fun times. Also the top-in air purifier, and I think there's.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Hold up.
I think we got an inlink coupon here.
I love me some inlink coupons.
Oh yes. Oh, $60 off. Yes. Okay, guys. Love a good top-in air purifier. Removes 99.97% of all airborne allergies. Love this bad boy. What else do we have down below that I want to touch base on? Ooh, we have the handbag. Let's see. Where is the video of this handbag? I know I have one. Handbag, where you at? This is an Amazon bestseller as well. It happened to me when my niece about to those poor vacuum. I felt like a Raggedy Ann doll. Yeah, you gotta like go
Uh-oh.
for like, and I left it on one section way too long, and I
Pour it out.
completely. Oh, hold on. All right, guys.
Yeah.
This is a really high reviewed item. 22,000 reviews. Amazon bestseller and choice. This bag is gorge. Okay. It is faux leather. Okay. It has a bunch of pockets. It could fit even a laptop in it.
Oh yeah.
I really, really, really love this bag for like traveling for work. It's super easy to use. 1, 2, 3. Open it up. Fits everything. Has a separate compartment even for like an iPad right in the middle of it. But again, it has so much space. It even comes with a cross body strap, guys. Really love this bag. Comes in a whole bunch of colors and it's under $40 right now. You can get this bag under $40, and it's very highly reviewed on Amazon. It has over 4.5 stars on average with 22,000 reviews. So you know you're getting a quality bag there, guys. Check this bad boy out. What else do we have here for travel?
What you got? What you got?
Oh, the comforter.
Ooh.
Remove. So we have this comforter here. I didn't open it because it's going to be such a hassle. I had to get a picture of it on my bed. I keep forgetting to do that for myself. So picture on the bed, wrote it down, but this has the box stitching. It's an all-season down alternative comforter that it keeps you warm in the winter, but cool in the summertime as well. It's not too hot. You're not going to sweat a lot. It has that box stitching so that the stuffing doesn't go all over everywhere. It is machine washable as well. Just read the instruction. It is hotel quality. It is a real gorge bag. With that being said, Mike, I think that's all I have, and now it's time for you to go.
Bam! All right, so what I've got, I'm bringing it home with, I've got two more. We've got the hot and cold packs. These I'm super excited about with the new gym especially is having these in the new gym because they're both ice packs that you could throw in the freezer and reuse instead of having like perishable ones you pop and then have to throw away and they're done, as well as being able to be heated up and you can use them as a hot pack. And honestly, so there's some great content out there, even books here on Amazon that talk about the misinformation around like there's a principle. I don't know if you ever heard this expression, like ice is nice in the first 48 hours after an injury. So like they always say like, you know, the RICE principle, rest, ice, compression, and elevation. And that can be a potentially good option. Again, I'm not a doctor or a physical therapist, but I do work in the space and I work with teams like that. And something that's been coming out in the last like 10 years is how ice has kind of gotten this misuse of application, and heat can sometimes be a way better option because what ice is doing, fun fact, it's actually restricting blood flow to the area and it's dulling or slowing down the neurological receptors. So you're not going to feel the pain. Doesn't mean the pain's gone. It's just you actually slow down the communication to the tissue as well as you're limiting blood flow, which helps with swelling. But guess what? If you're not getting blood into that area, your body's not capable of repairing itself as easily. So sometimes, and every situation is different, being able to have things like this where you could use both as clutch, and this is something I'm excited to have one of my buddies and clients, it's a doctor, he works in the ER, coming on eventually for one of our streams to talk about, here's some of my top 10 picks that you should have in your home from an ER doctor for especially different situations that he sees. I think it'd be really, really cool. And then the only thing I've got after that I missed was the NT Bay pillowcases, which you can get anything from like a twin size all the way up to a Cali King and even a body pillow size. I thought I got the body pillow, but I'm actually glad I got the Cali King because it still fits my body pillow. I was actually using that this morning, or like last night and this morning when I was sleeping. But they come in a set of 2 for the Cali King instead of the body pillow only comes with 1. So I would measure. What's that noise?
Sorry, Logan's monitor.
She okay?
Yeah, no, I thought I heard something.
You're like, hey. Hey.
She's actually still sleeping. Since we started this live, she's been sleeping.
Okay.
Nice little nap. Logan. That's nice. Mom would love like a nice nap too. That'd be great. Ooh, stretchies.
Yes, stretch-a-poos. So I think being able to just have that, in my opinion, and then have a backup set because it comes in the set of 2 was nice, because then I can always have one ready to go that's clean, and especially when I want to do the laundry, instead of having to do laundry, wait, and then turn it over, is like a backup. But that's pretty much all I got. So now I figured it's giveaway time. We're down to get our emoji race on.
Giveaway time.
I realized I didn't have the banner scrolling for like the first half of the stream. So
okay. But it says giveaway in the
know.
title. If they didn't see it, that's kind of on them.
Yeah, let us know who's in for this giveaway.
Guys, anyone want to do a giveaway? If not, we are going to be like, work to do.
Giveaway anyone, question mark? And again, what we're doing for the top 2 people, we're going to have a prize for the top 2 finishers. So if you finish first place, we're going to do the $1,500 fitness package. Second place, you're going to get a free pass. It's a $20 pass to the webinar I'm going to have in 2 weeks, going over the anti-diet approach, 3 key habits to never having to diet again. I'm in if anyone wants. Oh, we got pineapple. And is that Maureen?
All right, guys. We only need well, technically, if you're doing 2, but if you only have 2 people, you only could do first place winner. You can't do second place.
Yeah, that's true. Because then, that's true, kid. Boom.
Good. Dang it. All right, guys. I'm gonna give you another minute. Otherwise, it is just the 2 of them.
It's closing. I'm just highlighting that. Bam. And then again, make sure if you guys want, we're going to be going live tomorrow as well for a workout. It's going to be 9:30 a.m. Eastern time.
a.m. Workout live with us, or just watch us work out and laugh at us. Either one, whatever you like, makes you happy.
Yeah, just hang out.
You don't have to do anything, Maureen. You just watch. It's a race. Yeah. You guys are not going on later today. Are we going to do it live later today, Mike?
I'm not. I'm done with my Wahoo, and then I might, when I do a little bit more active recovery. I've got a crazy afternoon. I got a lot of stuff, and I got to make dinner for tonight. So I might work in a half-hour stream randomly, but I'm not planning on it. So I wouldn't count on that.
I'm debating pineapple. I possibly might do one later tonight because I still have a stream left to do. So I might do one. I haven't scheduled it yet because I didn't want to commit and it may not be able to do it.
Ooh, ladies' night.
Yeah, let's do a ladies' night pineapple.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So I feel like that's the minute. So we're gonna get set here. We're getting our race on. Maureen and pineapple. Hold on, pineapple. I'm gonna shuffle up your character so you don't look like you're. All right. So now we got someone's concentrating. We got a star face. Ready?
There we go.
Race time. Let's cut that audio. Bam. Race time. All right, and then I'm going to highlight this race is going to be brought to you guys via the Restrial Yoga Bench because we have a promo code for that. And then, as always, Lifestyle of Fitness because I'm going to be throwing down the fitness package.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go.
Get it, get it, get it.
Get it, girl. Get it, get it, get it, girl. If my body doesn't learn how to not yawn, I'm going to, like, throw it out the window.
If what?
If my body doesn't learn how not to yawn.
It's like, cut it out, body.
Up, pineapple's falling behind, but will she make a comeback? Oh, here we go. Oh, pineapple's shooting up. Shooting up. He's going fast. Oh, jeez. Pineapple.
Yay, pineapple.
Winner. Now you just have to email Mike with what you want.
Bam. You know the dealio, pineapple. I dropped my email in the chat. If you have any issues, let me know. And then other than that, homie, that's going to do it for us here. We'll be back tomorrow, though, getting our workout on if you guys want to join us.
Yes, guys. If you can, click that follow button. It's your first time here. We appreciate you. We went through our Amazon favorites today and just chatted it up a little bit. But we will be back tomorrow with our workout. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. Wait, what did I win? Pineapple. Email Mike. He'll explain it all to you. You either have a choice of $1 Amazon gift card or the fitness package he spoke about. So,
damn, what Gina said.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, y'all.